Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
These have been tough times, and we could all use a helping hand to get through this period. GUT Credit Union gives you the opportunity to do just that without a worry. What are you looking forward to? A relaxing staycation? Brand new appliances or devices? Consolidating your debt to get more money in your pocket? Not a member? No worries. Come in and find out how you too can make the most of this offer. Or visit us today. Yes, you can have a brighter Christmas season with GUT Credit Union. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening and welcome to the network news for today, Friday, the 20th day of November. The year is 2020. In the headlines this evening, steep sudden rise in COVID-19 on the island as another 4 cases are identified within a 24-hour period. Government minister warns that if we're not careful, we could be headed for another lockdown period. Questions over whether people who die from COVID-19 should be buried or cremated. Finance minister tells the country to brace for a tough 2021. And in tonight's Untold Story, Lever artist speaks to GBN about challenges faced by members of his fraternity. We'll bring you the details of those and other stories in just a moment. This is GBN, the nation's news leader. This segment is brought to you by Quartz Grenada Limited.
Despite the situation we now face, one thing is for certain. We will get through this together. As much as we are a part of your community, you are a part of who we are. Let's take care of each other during this time, as we always do. And soon, we know that with the dawn of that new day, all of this will be over, and our land will once again be healed. In the meantime, stay safe. Know that we're here for you. Quartz, bringing value home.
And now for the news in detail, we always welcome our listeners on K105 who are joining us on GBN television, together with those of you joining us on our social media platforms. Well, the curve had flattened, but now it's on an upward trajectory. Around 9 o'clock last night, health officials issued a press statement announcing that Grenada had recorded another positive COVID-19 case. That meant 4 new cases were recorded this week, bringing the total to 7 active cases. However, more alarming reports of an additional 4 new cases have since been announced, since case 37 was reported within the last 24 hours. GBN's Gerard Joseph has the details.
8 new cases of COVID-19 within a week bring the tally to 41, as 5 new cases have been recorded within the last 24 hours. History has been made for Grenada in relation to COVID-19, as this is the most amount of cases recorded within 1 week, as well as a record number of active cases, which currently stands at 11. Within 24 hours of case 37, another imported case, 2 cases related to cases 35 and 36, plus the son of case 33, who was in close contact with cases 31 and 32, have been recorded. These 4 new cases, as well as the 7 reported previously, have all been in quarantine and tested as per Grenada's protocols. Case 37 is a 17-year-old male who arrived in Grenada from the United States on November 13th. He has been in quarantine with his family since his arrival and was tested as per the protocols. The other members of his family have tested negative but will remain in quarantine until medically cleared. Case 38 is a female who arrived in Grenada from the USA on November 15th and has been quarantined since. Case 39 and 40 are male and female, ages 59 and 56. They are the 2 other people who have been quarantined on the yacht off the coast of Carriacou with cases 35 and 36. The ministry continues to be encouraged by the level of diligence and vigilance displayed by the frontline team including health professionals, police, contact tracers, and the airport and seaport staff. Despite this heartening fact, the Ministry of Health says it continues to review and tighten its procedures to meet the ever-changing and demanding nature of COVID-19. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
The question begs, could we be heading for another lockdown period? Well, it appears that this could be the tongue-in-cheek message coming from a government minister. Tourism Minister Dr. Odette Campbell warns that if people continue to ignore the protocols and cases continues to increase, the government will be forced to take serious action. Let's get more on that from Sherry and Blackman-Stephen.
As COVID-19 cases continue to increase throughout the world, with major international countries implementing restrictions to curb the virus, government officials once more fear a major outbreak in Grenada. To date, the reported cases of the virus is 37, with 7 active cases. With recent incidents of individuals breaching quarantine, government is warning that they may be forced to resort to measures previously adopted. Tourism Minister Dr. Odette Campbell addressed the issue during government's town hall meeting on Thursday at the St. John's Anglican School.
In order for tourism to start creeping back, we have to have compliance, strict compliance with all of the protocols that we are given so that we can minimize the transmission. If that continues, if the misbehavior continues, then you know, we might have to consider what none of us want to hear. And I don't even want to use the word because I don't want us to go back there. But it is always a possibility if persons do not do what they have to do.
Dr. Odette Campbell said people's reckless behavior is stretching the country's resources to the maximum.
We are stretching the capacity of the police. We are stretching the capacity to the maximum. We are also stretching the capacity of security force, other security, that's the private securities, and very importantly, our healthcare personnel, our chief medical officers, the nurses, the doctors, everyone involved, they are being seriously impacted, and not just by the COVID itself. I think they have had less worries with COVID itself, less than persons who misbehave and cause a lot of unnecessary hardship to the persons that they contact and also to the workers in the industry.
While commending her colleagues for ensuring there was no lack of medical supplies to take care of the medical staff, she warns that if misbehavior continues, supplies will become affected.
Always been cautious. We have always prioritized and given paramount importance to the safety and the health of our people. And our government, our Ministry of Health, and all of us will continue to do just that. So if at any time we see the tide not looking good for us in terms of the number of cases, we would have to stop flights coming in.
As it relates to the arrival of cruise ships, the minister says the situation remains fluid, and as such, that aspect of the tourism industry remains on hold.
And I see one person on social media saying, Madam Minister, we are not misbehaving. The cases have been imported. The novel coronavirus pandemic has not only presented a health and economic crisis, but also a challenge for faith in the final journey of humans. The debate surrounds the choice between cremation or burial. Gerard Joseph has been speaking to local officials about what will apply in the case of Grenada.
Funeral rites of those succumbing to COVID-19 have been an issue of controversy, at least in some countries. Should the body of a COVID-19 victim be cremated or buried? Experts say, theoretically, novel coronavirus can transmit during preparation of the body for burial, or, if the grave is shallow, over 3 to 4 days after the death. In the case of cremation, ashes don't present that risk. A majority of the population across the world prefer to bury their dead. The World Health Organization, WHO, too, does not prohibit the burial of those dying of COVID-19. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Francis Martin, says it's a thorny issue. He notes that whenever a new virus surfaces, the issue of cremation versus burial always take center stage.
And it's a protective measure of international or public health nature where if not enough is known about the virus, the preferred option is to cremate, and that is what has happened in public health response. The interesting thing about COVID, though, is that the science has not been very clear, and certainly the World Health Organization has not made a very significant public statement on whether or not burial versus cremation is preferred. So, and in many countries, actually bury, not cremate, because there seems not to be a significant problem associated with burial. Even in our region has not actually made or taken a position on whether burial or cremation is preferred as well. So we are still in the middle of that, and I think at this stage, one is not preferred over the other.
Part owner of Otway Bailey Funeral Home, Clinton Bailey, referencing what is happening in St. Lucia, agrees that it will be a stickler of an issue for many Grenadians.
We have to, whatever legislation will be passed, we have to bear in mind that, one, we are a Christian society, and we have other religious brothers and sisters that do not want to be cremated at all. However, cremation purifies. It will purify a dead body, kill whatever bacteria, virus, anything that it carries. In that light, I would say, yes, maybe some of the bodies could be cremated, but on the other hand, some of the other religious brothers and sisters would not have it. And I'm speaking primarily about our Muslim brothers and sisters.
Bailey believes cremation is a major consideration, as is direct burials, which are being done for COVID-related deaths around the world.
Not necessarily be like a normal burial. It's just that we have to use all our PPEs and all of the, the PPEs will be in use a lot, because we have to use 2 or 3, maybe 4 men from the funeral home, and then 2 in the cemetery, and then we have to be supervised by the Ministry of Health, so that's another 2. So it will add up. But it could happen. Burial could take place. We just have to designate a spot for that and mark it out as that part of the cemetery. Only contaminated cases could be buried there.
However, he notes that decision will be left up to the Ministry of Health and government. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Finance Minister Gregory Bowen is urging people to buckle their seatbelts and prepare for a rough financial ride. He has been highlighting the low revenue collection since the impact of COVID-19 and the consequent rise in unemployment, setting the stage for what government is forecasting to be a bleak 2021.
A date is yet to be set for the 2021 budget presentation, but already Minister of Finance Gregory Bowen is painting a bleak financial picture.
To date, the Cabinet has made 3 iterations to the first proposal that was sent to them with respect to the national budget for 2021. And the thrust is to give a reasonable picture of what will happen in 2021. Remember, we were coming from a shortfall of over $180 million. This must be seen in the budget. In other words, we will not be able to collect the quantity of revenues that we would like in 2021 to meet an expenditure that will do all that we want.
He said it is not impossible for government to reach its goals set while dealing with a massive increase in unemployment, but is mindful that the task will not be an easy one.
A difficult year with respect to finances. Imagine the unemployment ratio has risen from 12.1% to 28.9% just through COVID. And not remember, we have started the construction. And even with the construction, we have this huge rise. We must look at the economic activities, expand the construction, look at areas, entrepreneurship areas, have training for youth. All of these will be part of the budget that will be unfolded to you at the end of this month, the beginning of December.
Minister Bowen is hoping that 11 major projects within the construction industry will assist with unemployment.
We have 11 projects that will come on stream, and the contractor will start 7 of them together, and maybe after a period of 6 to 9 months, we'll tackle the other 4. So in 13 months, 30 months, we shall expend some 50 million EC dollars that will see us nagging away at the unemployment, together with entrepreneurship training program, the small business loan.
He pointed out that the hindrance to economic progress in the country is the cost of energy. He said to address this challenge, government is embarking on a $15 million geothermal project in the northern part of the island.
We'll use the hot water from the earth to drive steam turbines. You're not paying for fossil fuel. You're only paying for the infrastructure and the capital cost to do this. And let me give you an idea. While the capital cost of the equipment is very expensive, if we work in a way, as Dominica did, by getting grants to supplement the expenditure cost, we could end up with the price of electricity at 4 US cents per kilowatt hour. What is the price now? 30 plus. Even at the time of low carbon fuel.
Blossom Alexis Welsh, GBN News.
And still to come in the network news tonight, we'll ask you, what's the connection between the Grenada Revolution and art? We'll have the answer when we come back.
Despite the situation we now face, one thing is for certain. We will get through this together. As much as we are a part of your community, you are a part of who we are. Let's take care of each other during this time, as we always do. And soon, we know that with the dawn of that new day, all of this will be over, and our land will once again be healed. In the meantime, stay safe. Know that we're here for you. Courts, bringing value home.
Christmas is happening. Christmas is happening. Christmas is happening at Republic Bank. Low interest rate happening. Quick approval happening. Christmas time happening at Republic Bank.
And 2020 on a merry note at Republic Bank as we spread the holiday cheer with our Make It Happen loans. Republic Bank is here to lighten up your spirit with quick approvals and cash prizes valued at over $10,000.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Your hard work, talent, and creativity, plus Flow, equals more ways to chase your dreams. Flow is connecting all of Grenada, from Point Salines to Hillsborough, with the most reliable connection on the island. So now everyone can work, study, and keep moving forward together. Visit discoverflow.co for more information.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Ho,
ho, ho! Are you looking for some early cash this Christmas? Yes! Then you gotta play Waggity Virtual Bingo! The 11th edition is on Sunday, November 29th from 6 p.m. This time you can win not 10, but $20,000 US. What? Yes! You can win US $20,000! And tickets cost only $20 US. Get yours now at gotofed.com or from any box offices island-wide. Join the fun and excitement online on Sunday, November 29th and win US $20,000. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo, the new way to play bingo.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view. Arise, look, no wings, fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
Introducing the new Digicel Prime Bundle. It's simply more bundled together. 54 gigs for 7 days for only $25. More data, more fun. Activate today on the My Digicel app.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Christmas is happening. Christmas is happening. Christmas is happening at Republic Bank. Low interest rate happening. Quick approval happening. Christmas time happening at Republic Bank.
And 2020 on a merry note at Republic Bank as we spread the holiday cheer with our Make It Happen loans. Republic Bank is here to lighten up your spirit with quick approvals and cash prizes valued at over $10,000.
Christmas is happening at Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
And welcome back. If all goes according to plan, government will undertake the construction of a new fire station in the south of the island and will also work on the relocation of the police headquarters next year. Blossom Alexis Welsh has the details in this report.
Some major relocation plans are in the pipeline for departments of the Royal Grenada Police Force that would involve police headquarters and the fire department. Minister of Infrastructure Development Norland Cox, at a town hall meeting at the Grenada Trade Center this week, said come 2021, the plan is to move the fire department to the south of the island, which would make room for the relocation of police headquarters from its current location.
We have not spoke much on in the public domain, and probably we have to take some responsibility for that. But it's a project that is going to be coming in the south. We are working tirelessly to ensure that we have it commence in the new year, and that is the construction of a new fire station. That will be done, where we normally do the licensing at the Dusty Highway. Yes, so that area, that site will be the site of a brand new fire station. So that's a significant project that we are working towards. Now, that project doesn't come alone. That project comes along with another significant project, which will be a new police headquarters. And that will go at the site of the current fire station. So you will see it happen, but we have to build a new fire station first down here in the south. It's a very important project for us in terms of having those critical services. We know how destructive fires can be. And we have the tourist center, which is in the south. We believe that having such an infrastructure, such facility here, will help bring some comfort to all the significant investment that we have in this vicinity and to protect them.
Blossom Alexis Welsh, GBN News.
A St. Patrick artist is armed with interesting creations but has little avenue to share his work. He has been speaking with Trellona Charles, who shares his story in tonight's Untold Story.
While art may be a form of personal expression for most, for some it is also a way to make a living. Local artist Dolliver Monroe has been producing art from his home in Liver, St. Patrick for almost 40 years. GBN met with Mr. Monroe at his home, where he said his career as an artist was inspired by the end of Grenada's revolution in 1983.
Well, after 1983, the invasion of Maurice Bishop. The week after, I start doing painting. The first thing I do, I draw a plane landing on Green Island, upliver, and I sold that painting for an American guy.
Mr. Monroe spoke about some of the struggles of being an artist in Grenada. He says there is a need for financial aid and the proper infrastructure so that local artists can make a better living.
I doing this art still, it's still very slow. Sometimes I still have to do out gardening to get money to buy food and stuff, get money to buy paint again, and no, they don't get no help from the government, nothing. I don't find the help in artists as the way they should in Grenada. They should be a little bit more. It's still very slow. So I'm told once a month, twice a month, and as the corona in this place now, I don't sell no painting for a long time. Still very slow, but I never stop. I always do painting and do lots of portrait.
He stresses the need for a venue in which local artists can sell their work.
Most of the artists here, when I meet them, they have the arts and we don't have market for it, so you're in your hand. Even the artists in Guav, name, I think Kennedy, mostly all the arts in your hands, no and then you start a painting. So we need marketing for our goods most times too. And art gallery, so you could call art show more often. Most people who pass here said to me, it's time for me to have a good art gallery, so that when they come, people could come and I could invite people, but right now, no art gallery, and this is a problem for me.
Despite the many challenges, Mr. Monroe had some words of encouragement for any aspiring artists.
Yes, well, most times I tell them, don't give up. Anytime they need paint, sometimes they have a hard start to get paint and canvas and things. Sometimes I give them paint, I give them canvas, and I tell them, don't give up. I always say you could make it.
Trellona Charles, GBN News.
The apiculture subsector is receiving a significant boost on the Sister Isles as a regional organization has included islands beyond the Grenadines in a honey production system. Some of Grenada's honey producers have been lauded internationally, and residents on the Sister Islands now can take advantage of this growing subsector. We get details in this report from Gerard Joseph.
The Sustainable Grenadines Incorporated is a non-governmental organization based in Union Island, committed to the conservation of the coastal and marine environment and sustainable livelihood of people as a means of empowering them in a prosperous and sustainable blue economy. The NGO recently launched its first honeybee production facility and flow hives system, which has been extended to the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. The project is funded by the Global Environment Facility Small Grants Program. The honey production sector is one that is growing throughout the world, and as such, the organization says it saw it fit to train over 20 persons on Union Island with a new bee breeding technique that will also benefit the environment. Susgren's Executive Director, Orisha Joseph, in a phone interview with GBN says, while COVID has put some of their project plans in Grenada on pause, they are in contact with people on the island who are charting the way forward.
So this honey one is specifically to Union Island. So we have not worked with the honey group on Carriacou as yet, but we wrote a project for them with the Global Environment Facility, which I believe they would have got funding for. But we have not started to work with them yet. So most people on Grenada and in St. Vincent, they use the first system that is called the Lancet system, and we have developed and improved our honey harvesting method by using the flow hive system. The flow hive system is a system that was developed in New Zealand, Australia, and we bought 10 flow hives from Australia and implemented them here on Union Island, which will make it the largest flow hive system for honey production in St. Vincent
and the Grenadines.
Joseph says there is a huge demand for honey, both internationally and regionally, and as such, this program will assist families to pull through the difficult financial gap created by COVID-19.
We have more demand for honey than we could actually produce. So in the near future, we certainly hoping to market and have the honey on the shelves of supermarkets and even to export it, in the future, and also to have supply for the local market. So local market, regional market, international market, and sell it as that niche product, which is the black mango honey. So I'm hoping to work with the bee farmers on Carriacou. I know there is one of the farmers on Carriacou who we work closely with. He has a bee farm and he used the I don't want to say the old-time system because it's a preference, but he used the Landslook system. And we have been working with him to write a project for the Carriacou Farmers Association. And we're hoping to work with them. Hopefully, the borders are open and everything goes well. So we're hoping to work with him and maybe transition his production from using the Landslook into the flow-high system and sharing some of the knowledge that we have over in Carriacou.
Joseph says the feedback received from persons in Grenada and Union Island who are interested in the project has been overwhelming and hopes the program can be extended to other countries in the region in the coming years. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Congratulations to Sustainable Grenadines on their excellent work in the islands. And now it's time for GBN ISO. Let's see what those lenses captured.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. Changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
ISA reporter is very concerned about what he sees as a serious threat to not just the environment, but to the health of people in the community. He said the individual responsible for this unsightly pile of garbage in the Grandance area is considered to be mentally challenged and is hoping the health authorities can step in to clean up this eyesore. Send us your interesting photo and video submissions to our social media platforms, including WhatsApp at 405-3052.
And this is Network News. Still to come from us this evening, there's good news for people in rural parishes, especially St. Andrew, as the hospital services are being decentralized. We'll tell you about that when we come back.
It's new, innovative and classy, and it cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandance, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Despite the situation we now face, one thing is for certain. We will get through this together. As much as we are a part of your community, you are a part of who we are. Let's take care of each other during this time, as we always do. And soon, we know that with the dawn of that new day, all of this will be over, and our land will once again be healed. In the meantime, stay safe. Know that we're here for you. Courts, bringing value home.
They say sometimes less is more, but at Real Value IGA Supermarket, we believe more is more. And since we are all about more, we want to buy more from farmers like you so we can sell more to our customers. If you have a farmer's ID and fresh produce to sell, Real Value IGA wants to buy.
For more information, contact Real Value IGA on WhatsApp at 405-4405 or give them a call at 439-2121.
Bruv. Hello? I can't see you. What's good? But I can't even hear you. Yo. Hello? Hello?
Okay, I see. I'm good. I'm coming in.
There you are.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with tropical. I can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Christmas in Grenada plus Flow equals a tablet for your family. Get a Samsung A7 tablet for only $80 when you add your mobile to your home services bundle. Save 30% on your mobile bill and spend the holidays connected with faster internet speeds. Call us today at 1-800-804-2994 and sign up.
And welcome back. With tourism being the lead engine of growth in Grenada, officials say giving good direction is essential, and so a new team is in place trying to give direction to the center later into 2020 and into 2021. Tourism developer and entrepreneur Mr. Barry Colomo is leading the charge. He's the new chairman of the Grenada Tourism Authority, and he heads up the 11-member board of directors. The new executive body took office on the 1st of this month. The other directors appointed to the GTA's board include Mr. Lyden Ramdani. He is serving as the deputy chairman. The permanent secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Ms. Desiree Stephen, is also on the board, together with Nicholas George of the Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Ms. Karen Steele representing the yachting and marine sector. Adele Gabot is also among the team. She's representing the hospitality sector, and it also includes Dr. Charles Mordecai of St. George's University, Lawton Hagman, small hotels and community tourism, Marielle Alexander, tour operators representative, and Fabian Rock representing Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Officials say they know they'll have to double up, but in this time, providing creative leadership is essential. And moving on now, the minister responsible for hospital services and community health services, the Honorable Delma Thomas, says strides are being made toward enhanced service delivery. She has announced an increase in the number of surgical teams in place at the General Hospital. 3 teams are now available to serve the public. She says this will address some of the challenges for people needing surgery.
This added capacity means that the waiting time to do surgeries and other operations will be significantly reduced from what is in recent time has been months and sometimes even years, will now be days and weeks and maybe up to 4 months for minor surgeries. As we move forward, we think we will be able to reduce the wait time even further.
People in the outer parishes will also see improvements. They will benefit from increased services at the Princess Alice Hospital.
We can work at the level of the community, even extending the time that the doctor stays at the level of the communities, at the medical centers. And within the next year, we will upgrade many community medical stations to be able to conduct routine medical examinations and avoid the bottleneck of people having to go to the hospital for basic tests and the likes. So many of those basic tests will be done at the level of the community. So you, the people of St. Andrew, you will be able to utilize the Maribor Hospital for those services.
And still to come from us, Antigua secures 22,000 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine, and we will tell you about that. And we will have someone that we're introducing to you tonight in our regional and sporting segment, Trellona Charles. Stay with us for that.
At Communal, we are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a Communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal. Join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made.
I know it's usually all over, but this year it's not. We will see what's happening with the tropical weather update as we continue to face a prolonged tropical hurricane season. Sigoni Mohammed has the regional update.
For the first time in a really long time, like since August, we do not have any kind of tropical cyclonic activity at all in the entire Atlantic. And that's good news because we can finally just sit back, relax, and breathe, right? But unfortunately, you won't be breathing in any good air right now because we've got Saharan dust still very much at play in the Atlantic Ocean, and that means that all of you suffering with asthma, respiratory ailments, sinuses, allergies, well, we have that dust plume, and it's going to be bringing you some health problems in the next couple of days, taking us well into next week. So get yourself ready, have your inhalers, your relievers, your medication on hand, and if things get really difficult for you, well, then you might just need to visit your doctor or your nearest healthcare provider. Bear that in mind, okay, as you go into the weekend and push over into early next week. What we're looking at, though, at this time is a little bit of moisture coming into play. We've got spotty showers over on the eastern side of the island right now and also in Tobago. So let's enhance the satellite imagery because we're not really getting a full picture right now. If we look at what's going on here, you're seeing this little bit of gray coming in, and that's actually cloudiness moving into the area. Clouds embedded with rain shower activity inside of that, so some moisture in there. We do have a bit of low-level convergence, so we'll be expecting spotty showers as the weekend progresses, picking up a little bit more on Sunday. And as I said earlier, we've got a tropical wave coming in, so we have moisture at play into this entire weekend. Right into Monday, you'll be getting some spotty showers, even the possibility of an isolated thunderstorm. So you want to bear that in mind as you go through the weekend. But it's also quite dusty, dull, a little bit on the gloomy side with the Saharan dust. And boy, will it be warm into this weekend as well. So let's take a look at that forecast in detail. From tonight, not too bad. We get some partly cloudy pockets in there and some quick passing showers. Temperatures in Trinidad this weekend drop to 23 degrees Celsius. It's that Christmas chill coming into the island, so you'll definitely be pulling the covers. From Saturday right through Monday, we're expecting that mixture of sunshine and cloudiness. Quick passing showers and thunderstorms pick up late in the afternoon, taking us overnight, and most of these showers not very long lasting. Temperatures during the day for Trinidad get up to 31 and 32 degrees Celsius, so have the bottle of water on hand, find a nice cool shady area, and avoid being outside around 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. That's when it's really steamy out there. The same goes for Tobago. Tonight, not too bad. Partly cloudy with a quick passing shower, and you'll notice the temperatures for Tobago overnight get down to 25 degrees Celsius into this weekend, but still quite comfortable. During the daytime period, however, highs get up to 31 degrees Celsius. This is quite seasonable for this time of the year, and we're expecting that mixture again of sunshine and cloudiness, the quick passing showers, and the possibility of an isolated thunderstorm for Tobago on Saturday into the late afternoon. But Sunday and Monday, looking out for those showers mostly settling off into the evening period with lots of sunshine and dust haze as well. Still pretty much in the picture for this weekend. So guys, whatever you do this weekend, just have fun. Remember as well to have the medication on hand and your relievers. Get ready for that Saharan dust plume. Protect your health over the next couple of days and into next week. Well, we'll see what happens. As we know for sure, only time will tell what the weather will bring. So that's a wrap on your main forecast for now.
And now for a look at the weather forecast locally. The minimum temperature tonight should not be dipping too low, 23 degrees Celsius, that's 23.5. The weather generally fair. It will become partly cloudy at times. We can expect some isolated showers. Well, there's a marine advisory in effect, The high tide is just around this time this evening, and the low tide will be at 2:45 tomorrow morning. Your winds are from the east-northeast to east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. The waves will get up to 8 feet in open waters. They're moderate to rough. And what we'll do now is look ahead to the 3-day weather forecast. On Saturday, you can expect partly cloudy and breezy conditions. It will become occasionally cloudy at times with isolated to scattered showers. So that should be a good day on Saturday. Looking ahead to Sunday, what we'd find is mostly fair weather, except there'd be some occasional partly cloudy spells during the morning and during the nighttime. And on Monday, generally fair with odd isolated showers during the early afternoon, and the cloudiness will increase during the afternoon as well. That's our weather forecast looking at the 3 days ahead of us.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Ho, ho, ho! Are you looking for some early cash this Christmas? Yes! Then you gotta play Waggity Virtual Bingo! The 11th edition is on Sunday, November 29th from 6 p.m. This time you can win not 10, but $20,000 US. What? Yes! You can win US $20,000! And tickets cost only $20 US. Get yours now at gotofed.com or from any box offices island-wide. Join the fun and excitement online on Sunday, November 29th, and win US $20,000. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo, the new way to play bingo.
Hills and Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sanatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open, Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
Opio.com. Sale. All the outlets, hotspot outlets. You're going to go to the Carnage, the Grenville, or the Sutter's hotspot, and you get sales and deals on all items. items. You can get these on potato, you can get these on saltfish, onion, garlic, mackerel, toilet paper, and we even have the currants and the raisin at $10 per pound, lowest price island-wide. So people just come down or go up or go across, but just make sure and go to hot spots.
Good night, sporting fans. I am Trellona Charles. We now join TV6 Sports, our sister station, with James Saunders for your sporting highlights.
It is official. Football is a go as FIFA has lifted the suspension from the Trinidad and Tobago Federation, clearing the way for this country to compete in the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup and the FIFA 2022 World Cup qualifiers. Well, the revelation came via a letter from FIFA after fruitful discussions between both parties. It means that full membership rights with FIFA will be reinstated just in time for TNT to play in the said tournaments. TNT was suspended after the former executive took legal action against World Football Governing Body after a normalization committee was imposed upon the federation. Well, that legal action has since been dropped, and the normalization committee says even though the financial and governance issues of the TTFA are looming large, once they can work together, TNT football can head in the right direction. All right, let's change gears as cricket comes to the crease, and the first bit of action, a three-day game between the West Indies and New Zealand A, well, that has started in Queenstown. Well, the West Indies, captained by Ruston Chase, well, they've lost the toss and are bowling first after 15 overs. New Zealand A, they were 39 for no loss. Come on, guys. Well, on the other side of the coin, the IPL players, both from the West Indies and New Zealand, will not be involved in this current tour match, and that's because they are still in quarantine. But the good news is that they all returned negative results after their second COVID-19 test earlier today. The group will have to return a third and final negative test before they will be allowed to leave the managed isolation and join their teammates in the biosecure bubble. Well, included in that group is Kieron Pollard and Jason Holder, so Ruston Chase will captain the West Indies in the ongoing tour match, just in case you were wondering. The series begins with the first T20 International next week in Auckland on November 27th. What is a city without a king? And cricket tournament without Chris Gayle? As T20 king, Gayle has pulled out of the inaugural Lankan Premier League. However, the arrival of Andrew Russell this week, well, that will ensure that the tournament will have at least one global superstar. Also withdrawing are Sri Lankan pacer Lasith Malinga, along with England pacer Liam Plunkett. That has been seen as a huge blow to the tournament even before it takes off. While Gayle and Plunkett's withdrawal were confirmed by their franchises Candy Tuskers, Malinga pulled out, citing inadequate preparation time. Candy Tuskers tweeted, "We are sad to announce that Chris Gayle will not be playing for us in this year's LPL T20, but they didn't specify the reason why the Universe boss made that decision." The 41-year-old swashbuckling Jamaican holds the record for hitting the most number of sixes in the T20 format. He was recently seen in the IPL turning up for the Kings 11 Punjab. As far as Malinga is concerned, the man who was supposed to represent the Galley Gladiators, he says that he didn't have any training since March, and it would be tough for him to play a high-level tournament without any practice. All right, let's hop in that plane, take a trip around the globe, see what's happening in the world of sport linked to COVID-19, and tonight the focus is on cricket and football.
We start with cricket. Batsman David Malan says England's touring players are acutely aware of the need to stay COVID safe after a South African player tested positive for the virus. England and home side South Africa are preparing for the White Ball Tour, which begins on November 29th. South Africa revealed that one player had tested positive for coronavirus and two others came into contact with him, so all are self-isolating. Their names have not been made public. Malan says, quote, "It is in everybody's minds. We have all the rules in place and we are sticking to them as a squad." We know how important us being here is and the tour is. So anything we can do to minimize the risk, we are making sure we are doing that. We can't afford 3 or 4 people going down, unquote. In football, South Korea's footballers have been badly hit by the pandemic. This as 2 more members of South Korea's national football team have tested positive for COVID-19, taking the tally to 10. Leipzig striker Hwang Hee-chan and a staff member tested positive following their 2-1 victory in a friendly match against Qatar. 6 players and 2 members of staff had previously tested positive over the weekend before a 3-2 loss to Mexico. And still in football, the Indian Super League is finally set to kick off on Friday. It will be played behind closed doors with safety measures in place. It will be India's first major tournament that will be held in that country since the enforcement of a COVID-19 lockdown 8 months ago. Vinod Narwani, TV6 Sport.
Here we go. All right, here we go. We get acrobatic for tonight's play of the day.
The extraordinary is almost becoming ordinary now. Robert of Miroslava scored a beauty in a 4-0 rout over CSM in the Romanian 3rd Division. He did it with a scorpion kick that stunned the keeper. Another contender for the Puskas goal of the year, maybe. Robert, for your scorpion kick, you earn tonight's TV6 Play of the Day.
How? Is that snake oil? What is that? How do you get that type of flexibility? Just reminds me of Higuita, that famous Colombian goalkeeper. Hey, that's it for sport for the team. I'm James Saunders. Catch you later.
And now for a look around the region, starting with Antigua. As the news is coming out about a COVID vaccine, Antigua is moving ahead to get vaccine access as soon as it is available. The country's Minister of Information said they have been assured that they will get 22,000 supplies in the first instance. More in the reports.
Last week, Pfizer and BioNTech said their vaccine proved to be more than 90% effective and have since said that has risen to 95%. Another company, Moderna, has also announced its vaccine candidate is 95% effective. The Honorable Information Minister Melford Nicholas says Antiguans and Barbudans will have access to a vaccine.
We'll have, and we are assured, a supply of these, one of either of these 2 vaccines.
He says this is because the country is a part of COVAX, a World Health Organization initiative aimed at ensuring equitable access to COVID-19 diagnostics, treatments, and vaccines. We
are going to be assured in the first instance of approximately 22,000 I suppose, shots of this particular vaccine. What the Minister of Health would have asked for yesterday would have been allocation of resources to be able to acquire the first 2 containerized facilities to ensure that should the recommendation come from the WHO that we're going to go with the Pfizer route, then that the requirement is for us to be able to accommodate and host and to keep these vaccines below 70 degrees.
Pfizer and BioNTech's vaccine needs to be stored at -75 degrees Celsius, whereas Moderna's option can be stored at -20 degrees Celsius. The minister says the vaccine will be available on a voluntary basis and frontline workers will be given priority. Jessica Russell, ABS News.
That's it for our original segment. Stay tuned for a recap of tonight's newscast.
And we would recap the main points in tonight's news. Steep sudden rise in COVID cases as another 4 are identified within a 24-hour period. Government minister warns that if we're not careful, we could be headed for another lockdown period. Questions over whether people who die from COVID-19 should be buried or cremated. Finance minister tells the country to brace for a tough 2021. And in tonight's Untold Story, we heard a Lever artist speaking to GBN about challenges faced by local practitioners. And in our probe around the globe, we found that Antigua puts in an order for 22,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines. That's a wrap on tonight's newscast, and it's also a wrap on this week's news. We'll see you again on Monday, but on Sunday night, make sure you check out the Weekend Review just in case you missed any part of this week's news. So long for now. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Odette Campbell saying good night.